the dawn of existence, colossal cosmic entities known as the Celestials shaped the stars, the sun, and the earliest forms of life, bringing balance to the universe. But peace didn't last. From the far reaches of space, a savage predator race called the Deviants appeared, spreading chaos wherever they went. To stop them, the celestial leader Arishem dispatched a team of immortal warriors, the Eternals, from their home world Olympia. Traveling aboard their vessel, the Domo, the group arrived on Earth thousands of years ago. In Mesopotamia, around 5000 BC, a quiet fishing community is suddenly ambushed when monstrous deviants rise from the sea. Just as the humans face certain death, the Eternals descend into battle. Icarus takes to the skies, firing powerful beams from his eyes. Makari races through the chaos at incredible speed, pulling civilians out of danger. From a distance, Kingo launches glowing energy blasts, while Thena and Gilgamesh conjure radiant weapons and engage the creatures head-on. Sprite creates tactical illusions to distract the enemies, and Phastos supports the team using advanced technology of his own design. The fight is intense but coordinated. Working together flawlessly, the Eternals eventually overpower the Deviants. Once the threat is neutralized, Ajak, their leader, uses her healing abilities to mend the team's wounds. The rescued humans, however, react with fear and hostility. Druig quickly steps in, using his mind control powers to calm the frightened crowd. To reassure them further, Circe demonstrates her gift by transforming a crude blade into refined metal, proving the Eternals have come to help, not harm. Centuries pass. In the modern world, the Eternals live scattered among humanity, hiding in plain sight. In London, Circe prepares to teach a class but finds her boyfriend Dane covering for her. Their day is abruptly disrupted when a sudden earthquake shakes the area. Acting fast, Circe guides her students under their desks and discreetly uses her powers to prevent falling debris from injuring one of them. Elsewhere, near the river, an unseen observer watches as a deviant silently emerges from the water. Later that evening, Circe celebrates Dane's birthday with friends. Sprite attends using one of her illusions to appear older than she truly is. The disguise fails the moment someone touches her, forcing her to drop the act awkwardly. During the gathering, Dane suggests that Circe move in with him, but she gently refuses. Her secrecy and Sprite's strange remarks leave him suspicious that something bigger is being hidden. As the night ends and the trio walks home, their fears become reality. A massive deviant named Crow suddenly attacks. Circe traps the creature by transmuting the ground around it, but Crow quickly breaks free and charges into the city streets. Sprite multiplies herself and Circe with illusions, attempting to confuse the monster, but to their shock, Crow can identify the real targets, something deviants were never able to do before. Just as Sprite is about to be killed, Icarus arrives and blasts the creature away, engaging it in a brutal aerial fight. The clash sends a city bus flipping dangerously, forcing Circe to act fast and alter the situation to prevent casualties. Even more alarming, Crow demonstrates the ability to rapidly heal from injuries. Despite Icarus gaining the upper hand, the deviant ultimately escapes back into the river. In the aftermath, Circe finally reveals the truth about her identity to Dane. He immediately questions why the Eternals never intervened during humanity's worst disasters. Circe explains they were bound by strict orders. They were never to interfere in human conflicts, only to eliminate deviants and wait until they were called home. She also admits that she and Icarus once shared a long relationship that eventually fell apart. Later, back at her apartment, Circe meets with Sprite and Icarus. Connecting the recent earthquake with the deviants' return, they realize something is seriously wrong, and that it's time to reunite the scattered team. Their decision triggers memories of ancient Babylon in 575 BC. Human civilization is advancing rapidly under the distant watch of the Eternals. Whenever deviants appear, the Immortals respond with precise, efficient teamwork, eliminating the threats with practiced ease. After one particularly fierce encounter, Ajak activates her communication sphere to speak directly with Arishem. Though she expresses loyalty to his grand design, she quietly admits concern for what the plan could mean for humanity. Arishem firmly instructs her not to grow emotionally attached and to stay the course. Returning to their Babylonian residence, the Eternals continue quietly influencing human progress. Phastos experiments with early steam technology to push civilization forward, while Sprite entertains local children by bringing mythical stories to life through dazzling illusions. Druig grows increasingly frustrated watching humans fight each other. Whenever violence breaks out, he quietly uses his mind control to stop it. But Makari repeatedly reprimands him, reminding him that they were ordered not to interfere in human conflicts. At the same time, Icarus and Circe grow closer during their time on Earth. Surrounded by the planet's natural beauty, they finally confess their feelings. Their bond deepens over the centuries, and years later the two are married during the height of the Gupta Empire. In the present day, Circe, Sprite, and Icaris travel to South Dakota to check on Ajak at her ranch. Instead of a warm reunion, they discover her lifeless body outside the house. Sprite breaks down in grief and creates a heartfelt illusion to honor Ajak's memory. As they process the shock, they realize the deviant crow must have absorbed Ajak's powers, explaining how the creature was able to heal itself. While mourning, Circe approaches Ajak's body. Suddenly, the celestial sphere that once belonged to Ajak emerges and bonds with Circe. The moment triggers a brief vision of Arishem, who ominously declares that the time is nearly upon them. The connection vanishes just as quickly. Sprite recognizes what this means. Ajak has chosen Circe as the new Prime Eternal. Icaris, however, grows uneasy and wonders if the change could be linked to Madwairi. This concern sparks a memory from centuries earlier. In 1521, in Tenochtitlan, the Eternals are finishing off what they believe are the last deviants on Earth while humans wage war nearby. Druig again wants to step in and stop the bloodshed, but Ajak forbids it. Suddenly, Thena begins to falter. She senses something is wrong and warns that death is coming for them all. Without warning, her eyes shift and she turns on her teammates, catching several of them off guard. Ajak deliberately allows Thena to get close so she can use her healing energy to stabilize her mind. But Thena continues the assault, forcing Gilgamesh to step in. After a fierce struggle, he manages to subdue her. Later, when Thena regains consciousness with no memory of the attack, Ajak reveals the truth. Thena suffers from Madwairi, a dangerous condition caused by the collapse of her ancient memories. There is no real cure. The only guaranteed solution would be to erase her mind completely and let her start over. Ajak believes this may be necessary for everyone's safety. The others strongly oppose the idea. Druig, already fed up with their passive role on Earth, openly challenges Ajak's leadership. He declares he is done watching humanity destroy itself and immediately uses his powers to halt the nearby war. Choosing his own path, he leaves the group, warning that anyone who tries to stop him would have to kill him. Gilgamesh then volunteers to stay behind and care for Thena. With the deviants seemingly gone, Ajak permits the rest of the team to disperse and live among humans while they wait for further instructions from the Celestials. Back in the present, Circe, Sprite, and Icaris head to Mumbai to recruit Kingo, who has reinvented himself as a massive Bollywood superstar. His loyal valet, Karun, has known Kingo's secret identity for decades and fully supports him. When the trio explains the situation, Kingo initially refuses to get involved, admitting he enjoys his celebrity life too much to give it up. Karun, however, passionately reminds him of the hero people believe him to be. Inspired, Kingo agrees to help, and Karun eagerly joins the mission, determined to document everything like a behind-the-scenes film. Using Kingo's private jet, the group flies to Australia. During the trip, Sprite vents her frustration at Kingo for abandoning the team in favor of fame. Kingo calmly explains that Sprite's storytelling was what originally inspired him to pursue acting in the first place. In the Australian countryside, they follow a trail of deviant remains that leads them to a quiet rural home where Thena and Gilgamesh have been living in isolation. Gilgamesh has settled into a peaceful routine of cooking and caring for the house, while Thena spends her days sketching dark, unsettling images. Their reunion quickly turns tense when Thena suffers another episode and nearly attacks the newcomers, repeating her grim warning that the world is doomed. Gilgamesh restrains her, and Sprite uses a carefully crafted illusion to ground Thena back in reality. While examining Thena's drawings, Circe grows troubled that she still cannot reconnect with Arishem. Gilgamesh encourages her, advising that sometimes clarity comes from stillness rather than force. Taking his words to heart, Circe calms herself and focuses. This time, the celestial sphere activates fully, and she is transported into Arishem's presence. Arishem reveals the devastating truth. The emergence has begun. The Eternals were never sent to simply protect humanity. Their real mission was to ensure the birth of a new celestial named Tiamut. Across the universe, new celestials are born from planets seeded with intelligent life. The deviants once disrupted this process, but with them now eliminated, Earth has reached the final stage. To allow Tiamut to rise, all life on the planet must be destroyed. Circe is horrified, but Arishem coldly explains that this is the natural cycle of cosmic creation. He then delivers an even more shocking revelation. Olympia was never real. The Eternals themselves are synthetic beings forged in the World Forge, designed and deployed by the Celestials. Their memories have been wiped and reset after every successful emergence. Finally, Arishem admits that the deviants were originally his own creation, meant to maintain ecological balance. But when they evolved beyond his control and began hunting intelligent life, He created the Eternals as the corrective force. Now, with the truth revealed, Cersei is left to face the unimaginable reality of their true purpose. After learning the truth, Cersei gathers the others and explains what she discovered. The team slowly realizes that Thena's condition isn't random madness. It's fragments of their suppressed memories breaking through. The revelation hits hard. They were never truly born. They were created. Shock turns into determination for most of them, who decide that regardless of the truth, they must protect humanity. Their next move is clear. Find Druig and see whether his mind control ability could be powerful enough to influence Tiamut. The Eternals head into the Amazon rainforest, where Druig has built a peaceful, isolated community. He has been quietly guiding the villagers to live in complete harmony. Still bitter about the lies surrounding their existence, Druig initially refuses to help. That evening, Kingo privately comforts Sprite, acknowledging the pain of her unspoken love for Icarus and the burden of being trapped in a child's body. She appreciates the gesture, until she notices Karun filming the moment and promptly smashes his camera. Meanwhile, Cersei calls Dane to check on him. Icarus watches from a distance, clearly unsettled by the interaction. When Cersei presses him about why he left her years ago, he hesitates, on the verge of confessing. But the moment is violently interrupted when Crow suddenly appears and snatches Icarus away. More deviants swarm the village, forcing the Eternals into immediate combat. Cersei reinforces a nearby structure to shelter the civilians and uses fallen trees to crush incoming creatures. Druig briefly turns the villagers into a coordinated fighting force, but Cersei quickly stops him, insisting the humans be moved to safety instead. Kingo charges up and obliterates a deviant with a precise energy blast. Icarus battles Crow head-on, but the deviant overpowers him and begins draining his abilities. Gilgamesh charges in to help, shifting the fight. At the same time, Thena's condition flares up again, and in her confusion she turns on Icarus. Gilgamesh rushes to calm her, successfully grounding her before returning to the fight. The battle intensifies. Icarus forces a flying deviant down into the village and cuts through several attackers with his eye beams. One nearly catches him off guard from behind, until Cersei intervenes, astonishing everyone by transforming the creature into a tree, something she had never achieved before. Gilgamesh continues dueling Crow but is distracted by concern for Thena. In that split second, Crow strikes fatally and absorbs Gilgamesh's power. The deviant evolves again, becoming more humanoid and even speaking. It accuses the Eternals of being the real killers. Before the confrontation can escalate further, Icarus moves in to fight, but Crow chooses to retreat. Thena rushes to Gilgamesh's side as he dies in her arms, his final words urging her to remember. Later, the team honors him with a funeral. Thena releases his ashes into the river, silently grieving. Realizing that controlling innocent people makes him no better than the monsters they fight, Druig finally agrees to join the mission. However, he warns that even with his power, controlling a Celestial is impossible alone. They will need Phastos. A flashback reveals Phastos in Hiroshima in 1945, standing in the devastation following the atomic bombing. Overcome with guilt for helping humanity advance technologically, only to see that progress used for mass destruction, he loses faith in mankind and withdraws from the world. In the present day, the Eternals travel to Chicago and are surprised to find Phastos living quietly in the suburbs with his husband and young son. After hearing the situation, Phastos admits his family restored his hope in humanity, but he refuses to risk leaving them for a dangerous mission. Ultimately, his husband encourages him to help, reminding him that saving the future matters for their family too. The team's next stop is Iraq, where they uncover the buried Domo. Inside, they reunite with Makari, who has been living there in isolation, only leaving occasionally for supplies. Phastos proposes a bold solution, the Uni-Mind, a method to link all their powers together so Druig might control Tiamut. Not everyone is convinced. Kingo openly questions the plan, and both he and Sprite lean toward trusting Icarus instead. Icarus, however, quietly tells Kingo that he is not the man Kingo believes him to be. Another memory surfaces. 6 days earlier, Ajak had visited Icarus to inform him the emergence was imminent, revealing that he had always known the truth. Having grown fond of humanity, Ajak confesses she no longer believes Earth should be sacrificed. Icarus responds by taking her to Alaska. At a frozen lake, deviants begin emerging from beneath the ice. Icarus explains they were trapped for centuries but have been freed as Earth's core heats up ahead of the emergence. Then he makes his choice clear. His loyalty remains with Arishem. Without hesitation, he pushes Ajak into the ice where Crow finishes her off and absorbs her power. Afterward, Icarus delivers Ajak's body to the farmhouse so Cersei would later discover it. Overwhelmed by emotion, He accidentally unleashes heat vision that ignites the building. Back in the present, Icarus admits to Circe that he still loves her. She gently holds his hand but does not return the words. Moments later, the sphere within her begins to activate. The emergence has started. Phastos immediately sends Makari racing across the planet to locate the source. Using her incredible speed, she scans the globe and finally identifies the epicenter, an active volcano deep in the Indian Ocean. Without warning, Icarus activates his armor and coldly declares that Ajax made the wrong choice in selecting Circe. He launches a sudden assault inside the main chamber and reveals he has been fully aware of the truth since their departure from Babylon. The group quickly realizes the devastating truth. Icarus was the one responsible for Ajax's death. Just then, Makari returns with crucial information, but Icarus immediately moves to strike her. Kingo steps in and takes the blow meant for her. No longer willing to follow Icarus, Kingo prepares to fight back. Before the clash can escalate, Sprite reveals she stands with Icarus and casts a powerful illusion that allows the two of them to escape. In the aftermath, Kingo announces he is leaving with Karun. He admits he cannot support saving Earth if it prevents new Celestials and new worlds from being born. With key members gone, the remaining Eternals must quickly regroup. Druig reminds everyone that Circe once transformed a deviant into a tree, suggesting her powers may be the key. Circe still struggles with doubt, questioning why Ajax chose her in the first place. Athena reassures her that true leaders protect what they love, and Ajax always knew Circe's deep compassion for humanity made her the right choice. Finally resolved, Circe allows Phastos to remove the cosmic sphere from her body so it can power the Unimind. The team heads to the volcano where the emergence is beginning. Icarus orders Sprite to guard the process while he infiltrates the ship. Athena confronts him head-on, buying precious time for the others to initiate the Unimind and temporarily suppress the volcanic activity. Icarus breaks through their defenses. He seizes Druig and kills him with a blast from his eyes, then attacks the ship, sending it crashing. Enraged, Makari launches a relentless assault on Icarus as the volcano violently erupts behind them. Circe races up the mountain, desperate to find a solution. Athena and Gilgamesh join Makari in battle, but even together they struggle against Icarus's overwhelming strength. Suddenly, Crow enters the fight and targets Icarus as well. Unwilling to let the deviant grow stronger, the team turns on Crow first. Makari traps the creature in a swirling cyclone of debris, while Athena delivers a powerful strike that sends it crashing into a cavern. Using the chaos as cover, Icarus attempts to pursue Circe, but Phastos springs a specialized energy trap that pins him down. Inside the cave, Crow mimics Gilgamesh's voice to destabilize Athena emotionally. For a moment it works, but when the creature accidentally repeats Gilgamesh's familiar words, Athena snaps back to clarity and swiftly destroys it. At the summit, Circe is stunned when she sees what appears to be Ajax, until she is suddenly stabbed. The figure dissolves, revealing Sprite behind the illusion. Driven by long-held jealousy over Circe's ability to live as an adult, Sprite prepares to speed up the emergence. Before she can finish, Druig reappears and knocks her unconscious. The earth begins to tremble violently as the ocean churns. Tiamat starts to rise. Standing atop the emerging celestial, Circe prepares to use her powers, but Icarus finally breaks free from Phastos' trap and rockets toward her. When the moment comes, however, memories of their shared past overwhelm him and he cannot bring himself to strike. Seizing the opportunity, Circe activates the Unimind. Her power surges dramatically, allowing her to transmute Tiamat into an enormous stone formation, halting the emergence. Realizing the consequences of his actions, Icarus offers a tearful apology before flying into space, where he ultimately perishes in the sun, echoing the myth tied to his name. Sprite is left heartbroken. With the last of the Unimind's energy, Circe removes Sprite's immortality, granting her the chance to live a normal human life. With the crisis over, the Eternals go their separate ways once again. Athena departs with Makari and Druig aboard the Domo to search for other Eternals across the cosmos. Phastos returns home to his family. Sprite enrolls in a boarding school to begin her human life, while Kingo goes back to his film career. Circe reunites with Dane, who accepts her completely. But peace is short-lived. The sky suddenly tears open as Arishem manifests above Earth. He declares that he is aware of their defiance, and summons Circe, Kingo, and Phastos away to face judgment. Thanks for watching, like and leave a comment, and most important, subscribe to ScenePhoria for more videos.